Welcome back, everyone. So it's been some very troubling past few days for the ruling Progressive Congress as it tried to conduct the first layer of congresses, which should naturally lead to the local government, the state, and eventually the national convention. But it ended up chaotic in several states, from Delta to Rivers, Imo State, Adamawa, or your state, to mention but a few. So Senator Magnus Abe is a leader in the Rivers State APC, and of course a senator representing Rivers Southeast in the National Assembly. Well, the issue between himself and the former governor Rotimi Amaechi is perhaps generated into what has become a major disagreement in the politics of the party. And Senator Magnus Abe has been speaking with us from our Abuja studio. Let's quickly get back to the conversation. And quickly too now, Senator, if you heard what the former governor and Minister of Transportation said, he did say that if you are popular, you perhaps, there won't be any kind of force or thugs coming around. He did refer to perhaps the fact that you are the thugs.
Well, Sean, this is not the first time I've been called a thug. When his government was under attack and we mobilized party members to go and begin the Save Rivers movement, I was called a thug. Any time that the oppressor comes out and wants to do something and you try to point out that this thing is not right, you become a thug. But those who are doing things wrong deliberately, who are they? The truth of the matter is that the crisis, the so-called crisis in Rivers State, does not arise. I'm not running to be a ward chairman. So whether I'm popular or not is totally inconsequential. What is consequential is that there are politicians. Those people you're calling thugs are politicians. They are people who paid money to the party. There are people who have suffered for the party. They are the same people who have always fought for him and fought for all of us. He knows some of them by their names. He has their phone numbers. He talks to them. So today they are thugs now because they don't agree with the situation that is on ground. But when that suited those that it does not suit now, they were not thugs at that time. So I don't think that is the right language to employ. Let us look at the cause of disaffection. First, there was an agreement that all leaders of the party should meet and they should discuss how this was to be carried out. There was even an agreement at the South-South caucus that if the panel comes from Abuja and they don't meet with stakeholders, then the exercise itself is not acceptable. Thirdly, sir, you look at a situation where somebody has bought a teller, has paid for a teller to go and collect a form, and the person is supposed to contest an election, and the guidelines say that you must fill that form before 24 hours, and 24 hours before the election. And nobody is talking to them. They went to the party secretariat, nobody addressed them, nobody spoke to them, and then they were getting feelers that, oh, the people had come from Abuja, they were in Intel's camp, some other people had started getting their own forms, and nobody, no leader came to talk to these people to explain to them what was happening. That itself, and the people had been there from morning because they were desperate to meet the 24-hour deadline. Then about 4 o'clock, they were peaceful, they were chanting, demanding to know where the forms were and who had control of the forms. About 4 o'clock, this thing had gone on all day, nobody came. About 4 o'clock, the police came and opened fire on APC members. And all of a sudden, these APC members have all become thugs and hoodlums and all that.
Senator Abe, if we may round up this conversation quickly, is the fact that there seems to be a major, you do not agree, because on the camp of Mr. Amaechi, he does believe that there was a Congress. So what do you think is the way out now? Because there will be LGA Congress next weekend.
Well, to my thinking, if the party wanted to appoint officers for the party, they should have quietly and simply done so, if that is within their prerogative. But if they had asked party members across Rivers State to elect their officers to run the affairs of the party at the grassroots, no such opportunity was given to APC members in Rivers State to make any choice, and it did not happen. So if there is a list, then maybe that was a list of those appointed by the powers that be to run the party in Rivers State. It cannot be a list of officers elected by any Congress of APC members in Rivers State. And that fact is known to everybody who was in Rivers State on Saturday.
Senator Magnus Harvey, Senator representing the Rivers Southeast of the National Assembly, we do appreciate your time on the program for your own side of the story.